So today's SOL will ask us to take a 3D figure and to draw the two-dimensional views. So you'll have to draw the top view, the side view, and the front view. So looking at this three-dimensional picture here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes, and then you have to assume that you have a cube underneath here. So you have really 1, 2, 3 underneath, 4, and then 5. So we'll go ahead and build this picture here. So you have 1, and then this 2 here that you can't see. Then you have the top one up here. And then you have this one on the side, oops, which is this one, and then the back. So this is this picture here. So what we now need to do is we need to draw the two-dimensional top view, and when you do this, you'll be drawing squares. Because we're working with cubes, all of your two-dimensional pictures will consist of squares. So if you twist your three-dimensional shape to look straight at the top, what you now have to do is you now have to imagine that you are tracing these shapes up here. So you have 2 squares on top of each other on the left, and then you have 2 squares on top of each other on the right. Whoops. And so this is what you're looking at. Sorry, this part right here really should be a square. So imagine a square right here. So you have from the top, you have 1, 2 from the top, which is this 1, and this 2 from the top. Then you have this top and this top, which is this one here and this one above it. So when you draw the top view, you're looking at these 2 and then these 2 next to them. So that's what the top view looks like. Next, what you'll have is let me erase this one. Next, you're going to be drawing the side view, and again, looking at your figure that you constructed, the side is coming from this side over here, where the front's coming from over here. So the side is coming from over here. So what we'll do is we'll twist our 3D figure this way on the side, and then we're going to now draw our 2D squares. So looking at our 2D squares, we'll have these 3 next to each other. So we have on the bottom row, we have 3 squares, and then above this middle one, you have this top one up here. So when you move this, this is what this 3D picture looks like. You have, from the side, you have 1, 2, 3, which is 1, 2, 3, and then you have right above this middle one, you have this one here. So you have to force your mind to push these all on one level. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then above that 1. So when we draw the side view, it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3 next to each other, and then 1 above it here. Then for the top, you'll have again, or for the front view, the front view is coming from this side over here. Let me erase this. From the front is coming from this side over here. So when we turn it, we're going to be looking at this. And so for the front, we have this one and this one, which is this one and this one. And then next to this one on the right, we have this one. So if we were to trace this, you have 2 here, and then you have 1 next to it here. So that's what your two-dimensional picture looks like. You'll have 2 here, then you'll have this one right here. So going on to the second image, example number 2, again, looking at the cube, you'll have, or the cubes, you have 1, 2, 3 cubes, 4, 5 cubes. So again, you have 5. So to build this, it looks like this. So you have 1, 2, 3, which is 1, 2, 3. Then you have 1 on the top back here, and then you have 1 next to this one. So to draw the top view, we're going to just look straight up at the top. So for the top, you'll have a row of 3. These really should be squares. So you have a row of 3, you have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 1 on the side. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the side. And if you look at your picture, there's a 1, 2, and imagine pushing this down. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on the side. For the side view, you'll have your figure, and the side again is coming from this side, so you're going to turn it this way, and you're looking at these squares here, these 3 squares here, and then above this square you have this one here. So your side view, if you look at your picture, imagine pushing it all flat, you have 1, 2, 3, which is 1, 2, 3, and then above this third one you have 1 here, which is that one. So your side view will look like this. Then looking at the front view here, you have, this again is the front going this way, so the front view would be this figure here. So you would have this square above this square, and then to the right of this square you'd have this one over here. So you'll have, from the front you have this one, and then the one above it, which is these two, and then the one to the right of this one is this one here. So it'll look like this.